our meeting to order. Need a motion to approve the minutes from the September meeting.
So moved.
Joe, second.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Public input. Bueller? You good? Course is all shut down, so not much input there. All right, let's talk about the drone and website.
So there was the drone flyover was done. It's on a zip drive. We're gonna put that together and see what we can do with it. The website, there's a question about it. We're trying to get on the Google and claim the domain on it. There's a little confusion on it because Eric owns it, but apparently Eric owns it, but Aaron is listed on there that he's doing maintenance on it, but Aaron's never been on there, so we got to figure that out. So,
Aaron Willis?
yeah.
I do all the like updates on the website for the golf course. And when I'm on the home screen, it says this screen is locked because Aaron Willis is currently editing it.
Editing.
It.
Easy for you to say.
So,
Easy for him.
that's on the thing.
Oh, I can fix that.
Yeah, so I'm just letting them know. But, and then the city is updating their whole website also, so hopefully that'll all be taken care of here by shortly.
The one thing I had on the website, and I've only done it once, but I got on there to get a tee time.
Yep.
And that was ridiculously hard for me to find the spot where to find the website. I think I ended up having to go to the Pro Shop link to get that.
Should be on, well, but it's not on the home screen one because it's locked, so I couldn't put it on there. I would put it on all the different tabs, the daily fees tab, Pro Shop tab, tournament tab, all the tabs. There should be a link on each tab, just not on the home screen tab because I couldn't get it.
Okay. It didn't say anything about,
Online booking.
yeah.
Well, so
And-
that's what we're hoping to
Okay,
streamline, simplify, make it so it works better.
So were you able to find the link on
yeah, I
it?
did.
Oh, you
I just started clicking on the links and then I found the book a tee time link, but there was nothing on the main website, that said tee time.
Yeah.
Which
would be-
the city's seemed like their website now too, so we'll be doing more editing. Cool.
And the drone looks, me and Jason both looked at the video clip from when they came on and did the drone.
Look good.
There's just some things that probably changed. The speed coming down the fairway, it was maybe a little too slow on the par fives. So we're gonna analyze it, see how things can be changed. If we need to reshoot some things next spring, we will, or whatever. So
Is that the new one or the old one?
new what? Drone?
Yeah.
I think it's brand new. Yeah, they've only used it a couple times, I believe. So Chad from the fire department came and did it for us, so we had to do it in 2 different times, so.
Good.
Any questions on that? No? Okay. The storage building, the old office building was tore down. We're replacing that with one of those sheds that are just on skids. So the building's tore down. We redid some electrical stuff. It's gonna be about 15,000. We use that from the staff room. Instead of doing that project, we did this project. So it'll still be about $5,000 left out of that fund.
What are you gonna put in there?
Stuff for cemetery. And then like in the winter, we'll put a couple golf carts in there, but mainly cemetery stuff. Stuff for temporary markers when we clear off everything for Memorial Day. After we always collect everything, give people a certain amount of time to collect it, and then after that we donate it to Goodwill or dispose of it. So and the building it'll be same size, 14 by 24. So
Clubhouse report, I'll hand out, I've only got 10 copies, I'm not sure how many people are here, but final round numbers, membership numbers, and then financial. Put in October through November rounds for 2020, 1,500. October was a decent month. We missed that week where we had the snow. We were closed there for a week, reopened. We closed on the 8th, so we got quite a few extra rounds there in November. I think 495 rounds. From November 1 to November 8th before we closed, total rounds up a little under 2,000. Membership numbers, we were looking good in 2019 with 485 members, went down this year. I don't know if COVID had something to do with the numbers. The major category that went down were the single adults. Obviously, we lose some guys that we don't rejoin after they pass away or something, and we just didn't get those this year. I know me and Jason were talking yesterday about where we'd like to get that membership number up, and it'd be nice to get it back up to about 500 members. I mean, the City of Mitchell Fund Pass has helped obviously with that family number. 2019 198 and then 191 this year. The other category me and Jason looked at was the student. This year we were down so far in students because usually in the spring Ethan Plankington, Mount Vernon, they all have their spring seasons. They all join at Lakeview in the spring. Well, their seasons got canceled, so none of those kids joined who practiced at Lakeview, so that number was down a little bit. We did pick up 28 new members for the year. Punch cards were up from last year. I'll show you that on the financials. 65 without a card and 65 with a card, and then below is all kind of what I can get updated for the City of Mitchell Fund Pass numbers down below. Questions on the rounds, memberships for this year compared to last year?
Rounds were up almost 2,000.
Yep, 1,800 about up. Yep. Which is good, but we've been at, I mean, back, I think our best year, I was talking with Jason too, our best year was, Dan can attest for this, in 2012, I think was the best year. We had like 28,000 rounds, I think, and that was when.
32, but that year we opened on March 13th.
And closed way late.
And to June 1, we never had one rain out, we opened every day.
Yeah.
March 13th. We'll never see that, that's all weather.
You were taking tea times in Brookings, that's when the girls were playing.
Yeah.
So we've had, I mean, even on a good year this year, 20, we can still get those rounds up, 22, and those rounds all include events, outings, high school tournaments. So even without, I wrote it down here, we had 23 total like group outings and events that were canceled this year. We had the State B girls tournament that was canceled. Their practice round that was canceled. So with all those small little outings, all those bigger fundraising events that we didn't have this year, we were still up in rounds from last year when we had all those events. So it was good to see having that number of rounds when we didn't have those smaller outings and some of those bigger group outings. So any other questions on rounds played, memberships? And the October. Income summary for October for the month and year to date. Total income, we're down a little bit. We had that week where we didn't have any play. We didn't have any of the outings and stuff. I know the MTI one is the September outing, but their check always comes in October, and that's a $3,000 check most of the time. So those are the numbers. Memberships, 2,593. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to look that. Last year we had 5,548 in memberships in October. A lot of that is the City of Mitchell Fund Pass that comes through yearly or monthly, I mean, throughout the whole year. Green fees were down a little bit, punch cards about the same, cart rental about the same, range balls down a little bit for the October month of 2020. Cart storage about the same, trail fees the same, locker fees up a little bit. The advertising money started coming in late this fall because we sent it out late because of COVID. Year to date, membership dollars obviously down because we didn't have the number of members this year. Green fees up a little bit. Punch cards, I can attest to, last year we only did 16,660 in punch cards. We did 19,000, so about $3,000, a little under $3,000 more in punch cards this year, which could attest to people that didn't know what was going to come of this year. And two, we didn't have women's league this year. We didn't have really a men's club this year. Some people didn't join because of not having those certain events. Cart rentals up a little bit. Range balls about even, and that's without most of those high school tournaments that they go through a lot of range balls during events. Tournament fees, that's from 19,000 last year, or about 20,000 last year, down to 11,545 this year without the events. Gas down 1,000. That was due to, I think there was $1,000. We talked about this at previous meetings. That $1,000 rebate that Kevin had through the city that was put in miscellaneous last year. Cart storage, those are still coming in as we speak. Those are about the same. Trail fees, a little less on trail fees this year, about 400. Locker fees, a little less. And advertising up actually a little bit, down a little bit from last year to date. But come November, we still got, I looked at some of the numbers. November, we did roughly $3,000 to $4,000 in just daily fees for those 7 days or 8 days we were open. Later, memberships will keep coming in, cart storages will keep coming in. That's kind of the gist of that. Any questions on that?
So we should hit 400,000 again.
Yes. I talked with Jason yesterday, roughly 407, 408, maybe 410 if cart storages all come in, because there's quite a bit still out there for cart storages too. And memberships keep coming in at about 2,500 to 3,000 every month with that City of Mitchell Fun Pass for the golf course side of things.
Very good.
And on the expenditure side, we'll be down on that from last year also, but, there's some expenses coming up yet. But, overall, we're sitting pretty good.
Okay.
That's all I have. If there's no other questions for clubhouse report, but the clubhouse now is cleaned out. Coolers are all cleaned out. I think the only thing left, no rush for Jason, just needs to blow out the water lines in there, and that's really.
There's some that can possibly freeze, even though we don't turn off the heat totally in the clubhouse. There's some that run up through the ceiling and underground up through a outside wall. So we winterize them. I put RV antifreeze in them and all that stuff. So
I know that's been an issue in the past.
yep. I had talked with Kevin about possibility of rerouting some of that. So in the future, we'll probably look into that and see what can be done so we don't have to do that. So.
Okay. We'll do the executive session now.
I'll quick run through what else I had. I wasn't quite done.
And that's fine, let him do that, because Stephanie's coming here.
Okay. Go ahead, Jason.
I'll make it pretty quick since, there's other things to do. For the community gardens, we added compost to half the sites, and we're gonna till that in. We're looking at getting a sign for the community gardens, just to spruce it up a little bit. For the cemetery, one big thing that we aren't gonna get to is the headstone repair. The contractor we had lined up, he got swamped, wasn't able to get to it. So we're more than likely pushing that off till spring, so.
Now, these are stones that we're repairing, because
They are stones that, that we're repairing. It's always been done a certain dollar amount, and we actually had a donation this year, so that dollar amount, it's actually $10,000 right now. It usually isn't that much. But it's just so that they don't topple over, the foundations, basically.
over part of the cemetery, probably.
Yep,
where you see some
mainly,
boxes.
mainly. Parts that, families are long gone, just trying to maintain the aesthetics of the cemetery and, so. On the maps, we're looking at updating the maps, physically and digitally, looking at expansions on the cemetery. I'll leave that alone for now, though. On the golf course side, obviously, we're closed. Oh, wait, let me back up. On the cemetery side, so September, we had 7 cremations and 13 traditional. In October, we had 6 traditionals and 7 cremations. For the year, we've had 121. It's been an uptick here coming up. We did 3 today. We got 4 more on the books. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna keep rolling like that. So we had 3 today. We had 3 yesterday. We keep on getting 2 to 3 a day. It's gonna be busy. So. That's it on the cemetery side. On the golf course side, we're closed. I was going to do tierification this week, hopefully. I got to put sand on the front 9 greens yet to finish sealing them. As the golf carts are getting put away, we're doing a good evaluation of them. Seats, batteries, we're planning on probably replacing all of them. They're 8-year-old batteries. They're going to just start dropping like flies. And then probably just have a good supply of tires on hand. We'll replace what's bald and then just have some on hand. So.
How much longer do you think we can get out of those cars?
We were hoping 2 more years, but
They're really
realistic.
showed their wear this year.
What's that?
I said they really showed their wear this year.
Yep. Seats are tearing. So I guess when budget time comes up, I guess we should look into it, if we can push it up. I mean, mechanically, I think they go 2 more years. It's more a matter of aesthetically, what do you want them to look like? If the money's there, if it's not. So we'll probably be talking about that here beginning next summer, so before
Start
budget
keeping your
time.
eyes open.
What's that?
Start keeping your eyes open.
Yep. So I've been looking at the 2 pieces of equipment that we'll be getting. Been keep my eyes open for that. Trees and stumps, and then the only other thing, I was really happy to see the rain and the snow last week, because with the heat and the wind that we had, I was getting a little nervous. So didn't want to haul water already in November. So other than that, if there's any questions, I'm just going to leave it at that, just so we can get moving on things.
Good year, guys. Both your shops were phenomenal with the conditions we had and the challenges that everybody faced. Nothing but positive in both shops from everybody that I deal with and me personally. You guys really, really did a great job.
Thank you.
It's okay to clap. That's a golf clap. All right. So we will move in.